here to just tell you about some of the jobs that I have had. My first previous job that I had was I started out in food service. I went to a school where I was in like a program called I was actually in foods class, and there I started my first job at Chick-fil-A. That was a really bad experience. Well, not too bad actually, because when I went in for my interview, they hired every single person they interviewed, and that was like 20 people. And it was in a mall, so it was very crowded in there. They actually did open a new store, like on the other side of town, where a bunch of people moved on to. I stayed at the mall though. I was in the middle. I did the fries, and sometimes I made the sandwiches and boxed nuggets, and I did a lot of dishes. They were overstaffed, so I only got to work like on Saturdays, so I quit there, and I found another job at a place called Charlie's Grilled Subs. That was run by a family, and there I worked usually in the evenings because I went to school. I was still in high school, and I worked there up until summer of 2009. I had two of my sisters get married in that summer, and I came back from the weddings, and she told me I would have hours. I came back from those weddings. She gave me 0 hours. And the girl I was working with there, she didn't come back either. So I think they gave her 0 hours as well. I think they were trying to just hire new people so they wouldn't have to give us a raise or whatever, or I have no idea. It was not a fun job. It was a fast food restaurant. And my next job, which I worked for 1.5 years at, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I started going to the culinary program at my community college in town, and I thought I really enjoyed it. So I went out and got a job at a country club. We had to work with a chef for our experience at the culinary school. So I got a job as working with a chef, and there we would do like weddings. Like one wedding we served 500 people. I had to make 500 salads. That was not fun. And another wedding we did was some of them we got to go out and interact with the customers, because I would carve meat sometimes, or I would serve potatoes in like glasses, champagne glasses or whatever. I would serve them in there, and that was a lot of fun. I liked interacting with the customers, and just being able to talk with them was a lot of fun and show them what I was doing. So, and what else did we do over there? We did a lot of parties because there was a pool, so we had a lot of pool parties during the summer, and sometimes we wouldn't get out of there till like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. You may think that's relatively early, but it's not, because when you start working there, like sometimes I would work doing dishes at 9:30, and the chef would want me to stay till like 9:30 at night. So that was a long day, sometimes like 12 hours a day. Not all the time though. I started working there on April 1st of 2010, and I left on August 26th because I got a new job, and this job was a big switch for me. I had never done this job before, so it was the first time. I started working at Marshall's in the fitting room. You may think that that is an easy job. You may say, wow, this is easy. But when I first heard I was going to work at Marshall's in the fitting room, I was like, oh, this is easy. You're just going to hang clothes on the rack, and that's it. The jeans go on the same rack, the shirts, and you don't have to sort them. I was wrong. There is a juniors department, ladies sportswear department, a men's department, and a Missy's department, and an activewear. I was totally wrong about that. So I thought it was going to be a walk in the park to do the fitting room, but no, it's actually probably the hardest place to work at in a store. So But after a while, it gets really easy. You can get the hang of it, and it's not so bad. But the difference between this job is, my last job, I worked with all men at the country club. All men except for one lady. She was a pastry chef. Every now and then she was in there. I worked with basically all men except for there were some waitresses in there, some lady waitresses, but other than that, I didn't really work with them too much. And yeah, I started working Marshalls in August of 2011, August 26th. I remember that exact date. I came in for a test to fill out papers. The first day, and then the second day I started learning how to do the fitting room. So the fitting room is it can be rewarding after a while. After you get the hang of it, then you know what you're doing. So it's a job. So and Lulu wants to say hello. There she is. I guess this is my cue to go goodbye. I have to take the dog out now. Rah.